In a major push towards sustainable urban mobility, Meghalaya Chief Minister on Tuesday flagged off 5 electric buses under the PM Ebus Sewa scheme at Taraghar State Guest House, Shillong. The launch marks the rollout of the first phase of the centre-sponsored initiative aimed at strengthening Shillong's public transport network while promoting clean and green mobility solutions. Speaking on the occasion, Sangma said the introduction of electric buses was part of the state government's long-term strategy to decongest Shillong and build a reliable, efficient and commuter-friendly public transportation system. He highlighted ongoing investments in parking infrastructure and the proposed administrative city at Mawdyangdyang as key components of the broader urban mobility roadmap. The Chief Minister also reaffirmed the government's commitment to electric mobility, stating that incentives for electric vehicles, including exemptions on registration fees and road taxes, would continue under a renewed policy framework. Earlier, Dr. Vijay Kumar D, Commissioner and Secretary, Urban Affairs Department, said Shillong had been sanctioned 50 electric buses under the PM Ebus Sewa scheme and informed that the city was transitioning to a gross cost contract GCC model to ensure time-bound and service-oriented public transport operations. He further disclosed that 4 routes had been identified for the electric buses and expressed optimism that a fleet of nearly 150 diesel and electric buses would be operational within 6 months, catering to an estimated 60,000 commuters daily. Senior government officials, representatives of implementing agencies and other stakeholders attended the program.
Wait, Milan.
I think you're not allowed to.
Oh my God.
Are we actually going? So here I am in the bus now. Nice, very nice. Okay, go ahead. As you're aware that public transportation has been one of the biggest challenges for us in the city, and we have been experimenting with different models at different levels, whether it is the school buses with the stems or whether it is trying to bring out new systems in the public transportation, the buses that we have, and now with the e-buses. Different mechanisms are being piloted and experimented, and slowly and steadily we are seeing that we are coming out with a model that is more adaptable and tailor-made for the needs of our city. And the ultimate goal of this entire process is really to figure out how we can decongest the city, how we can ensure that people will use public transport more than the personal vehicles, so that the congestion in the city can reduce, and that, of course, as we know, has got multiple benefits for everyone. So I'm very happy today that the e-buses are being launched, and of course we will see more of these buses coming up, and I'm sure that slowly and steadily we will see the impact of this kind of a system coming into place, which will lead to ultimately the desired decongestion and reducing the traffic issues that we have in the city in the days to come. Apart from all of this, you're aware that the different parking lots are coming up in different areas, and very soon we'll be inaugurating many more of the parking lots, especially the one that you've seen next to the additional Secretariat building. That, as you can see, that in the beginning there were not many vehicles, but today it's almost about 70%, 80% full. So it's really showing that transition and the change that we wanted to see to ensure that, as I said, with the larger goal of decongesting the city. So we are actually seeing the impact now, and I hope that the efforts will continue and we will be able to really see that change that we would like to see in the long run. And as you are all aware that our administrative city also, in terms of our secretariat for the time being, is coming up in the Mount Yangdyang area, and we are working towards creating multiple routes to connect to the new secretariat city. And that also, as I said, will lead to a huge decongestion, because we expect that large number of vehicles as well as overall administrative work to a large extent will shift there, which will decongest Shillong city. We are working, as I said, towards creating a 4-lane that will connect straight from the existing city into the new administrative city. And also other routes are being worked out, and some routes already are in place. So all this complex network is being done with the aim to ensure that we can actually implement and have smooth traffic transition in the future when it comes to the new Shillong city area. It means the new administrative city. So therefore, once that happens, we do expect that the existing place where we are, that we'll be able to use some of the space there to again expand the roads, create more walking space, and of course minimize any kind of dismantling of buildings, but try to create more green space, more open space, and more walking space within the city once we're able to shift slowly and steadily the different offices to the new secretariat. So that's the kind of a roadmap we have. And of course, it's not possible for me to share all of it, but it's just to give an idea of the fact that we have a plan, and then we are working towards it. Of course, the plan can never be perfect. We'll adapt as we move along. But the vision that we have set, the thought process that is there, what we're doing today is part and parcel of that particular plan. To conclude, the whole process of bringing in e-vehicles is also something that we have been working on. As you're aware, we had a policy where we had ensured that there is no registration and zero tax when it comes to electric vehicles. Last 3 years it has been there, but the response was very, very less, and we did not get much of response from the people. But of course, there was a time frame for that policy, so we are working on renewing that policy in the sense that the same policy will be extended. So I just wanted to share with the public. Some people were complaining that now registration fees is being charged for e-vehicles. That's because the duration of the decision we took automatically expired after 3 years unless it was renewed. So that renewal will just require one cabinet meeting to be held, and we will renew that. So I do hope that more and more citizens start using e-vehicles, because it is the right direction to move.